started. Let's get it started. Are you done?
No.
Anyway,
am I done? Are you done?
Nerd Boys Podcast episode. What are we on? 32 now. We got
it's in the 30s.
Episode 32. We have a couple of guests trying to do a little try up here to see if you guys like it. First off, we're gonna start with the ladies. Moxie.
Hey, Moxie here. I was in February. Had a good time. To be honest, when I saw that post, I didn't know you guys were looking for like a permanent edition. I popped in that chat to kind of say, yeah, I can help you guys out. But, you know, if you guys like me, I'm definitely able to
what that was I didn't know you was looking for something permanent. I ain't really down for that type of commitment.
That's not what that means.
I really get that way.
I listened to y'all official post on YouTube, and I see exactly what you guys are looking for and why you're looking for it. So I think that's pretty dope. You're looking to get a female's perspective and some contrasting, information on some of the stuff you guys talk about. I think that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's my friend.
Yeah. And Mrs. Skyz, until we get an official nickname for her.
That's all right. But yeah, I'm really excited. Finally, something that can work around my work schedule, so that's pretty dope. I'm really excited to be on here with you guys. I'm really excited to get in some new arguments. Can't wait for that. Just ready to ruffle some feathers. Let's go.
Okay, we're gonna start with I don't know what Rabbit is.
It's
Blame Skyz, y'all. Blame Skyz.
Man, don't blame me. Blame the game. Don't hate the player.
Anyway, Rabbits is indisposed right now. It's gonna be okay.
That man had work all night. That's what it was.
Yeah, okay. And we're gonna just go into Chrono.
Ooh, I get to go second. I get to go before last. What's up? It's Chrono. First and foremost, thank you for the 50 subs. We hit 50 subs. What, 3 minutes before the podcast started?
Yeah, we literally hit 50.
So we've hit 50 subs on 2. Let's get Skyz to 50, but we've hit at least 50 subs on 2 Nerd Boy podcast channels. So that's dope. We technically got 100 subs. We technically got 100 subs. I'm gonna say we got 100 subs. So, other than that, I'm glad to be here. The usual fuck Big Kai, fuck that producer, fuck Killy Kobe. And shout out to the people that was defending us on that video. Love y'all.
And Skyz.
Hey yo, sorry. I'm playing with my new toys. But anyways, thanks for 50 on the podcast channel. Also, thanks everyone for who's been popping by the stream when I've been streaming recently. It ain't been, like my professional shit. It's been a lot of, just random, streams of me playing 4th rate or 3rd rate duelist with 4th rate decks and shit like that.
You ain't playing me yet.
Well, that's a 4th rate duelist with a 5th rate deck. That's a different story.
I made Rock cry. So
all right. Well, Rock's a 6th rate duelist with the 7th rate deck.
Anyways,
but thank you for that. But let's get into it.
All right, let's get started with church announcements first, and a couple of the church announcements that we got to begin with, and you guys can just chime in if you see something you want to talk about. There's a new Battletoads games releasing in August 20th. For people who don't know, Battletoads is the OG of the most OG games. It's an old school beat 'em up, and Rare is bringing it back. It's a Xbox and PC exclusive, so that's a good thing. Let's see. Snoop Dogg says Eminem is not in his top 10 via the Breakfast Club.
That's
I respect that.
That's some
bullshit.
I respect that.
I do not.
Eminem made in my top 10.
Y'all want to dive into that?
So here's the thing.
Wait, hold up before we do this. You know this can turn into an hour and a half topic by itself.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Give a 10-second synopsis as to why he's not or is in your top 10.
Because his greatest work isn't even his rap. His greatest work is from when he used to rap at Masonic Temple doing battle rap. So people from Detroit will never have him in his top 10 because they know what he can actually do. They know all his songs are bullshitting. So he's not my top 10. He's my top 10 battle rappers, but he's not my top 10 artist of all time.
Yeah, for me, it's really just artistically. You know, I do love Eminem. When I was younger and I was like a moody ass teenager, I fucked with him a lot more. You know what I mean? I never doubt his skill set, but just for me as a person, his music now is not something that I find myself putting on. You know what I mean? Like, I love Eminem. I can recite a whole Eminem song. You know what I mean? But it's not necessarily. Artistically, his shit is not really what I vibe with. It's not something that I see myself putting on to go dance or party or anything like that. I respect him because he's talented. I respect him because of what he's contributed to the music industry. I respect him because he fucking helped put Detroit in a really good light musically. But, you know, he's not in my top 10 as far as just like rappers that I love. And just like listen to frequently. He's not in that list.
And one last thing, top 10 artists do not have a flopping album. That's why he's not like he had an album that flopped regardless of what anybody said. He had technically 2 albums that flopped.
You can't name an artist that doesn't have a flop album.
Every artist has a flop album.
J. Cole.
J. Cole did have a flop album.
That was a
He did.
Yeah, the For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only,
yeah.
I like
the only one on there that was good is like track number 3 or some shit like that. I don't even remember what it's called.
It's like, I will give you that. The only song that's good on there is Neighbors, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but that's all kind of subjective, though.
I can't say anything about Pac because y'all know that I know about that age, but I don't listen to that age, so I can't say shit about Pac. But you can't name an artist that doesn't have a flop album. Now you can say
subjective though.
None of Kendrick's albums have flopped. Overly Dedicated, they say it's his weakest, but it didn't flop.
I know a lot of people who didn't like Damn.
I mean, but those are mixtapes though. Those aren't like full albums.
If we start from Good Kid, Mad City to Damn, they always sold well. So that's when we technically have to start from Good Kid, Mad City all the way up to Damn sold well. So
I think you got to kind of add in the fact of what the artist is making this album for, because you have to realize, like, For Your Eyes Only, people have followers. They have cult followers who've been with them since they started making music, you know. And just because the mainstream might not like it, that don't mean that it was even made for the mainstream. You know?
Freddie Gibbs.
100%.
Freddie Gibbs is coming up. Saba is coming up. And I'm considering them top 10 rappers right now. Jid.
Yeah, Jid, that's my nigga.
Counter.
Funny. Mrs. Skyz, do you care at all?
Not really. I mean, like, just because he's not in his top 10 doesn't mean he doesn't like him. Like, it doesn't mean he doesn't respect him. So, I mean, like, it is what it is. Like, people can stay mad or whatever, but that's not going to change his views at all.
Right.
So, I mean, like, it is what it is. I mean, like, just because he's not in his top 10, like I said, doesn't mean he doesn't respect him, doesn't mean he doesn't like him. It's just, it's his personal preference. Like,
right. His personal list is a little different than top 10 ever. So.
Right.
Moving on.
Snoop is West Coast, so
right.
that makes sense.
Moving on. A season 4 of Tekken has been announced, and also a plethora of other games have been announced too. There's been some more DLC for Sam Show, and something else was announced too. I forget what, but they have Guilty Gear. Yeah. It's a black guy in Guilty Gear now. So yeah,
and he looks fire, and it literally made me pre-order the game. As soon as the pre-orders drop, I'm pre-ordering the game just because we have a black samurai in the fighting game. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, you're doing it because he's black. Yes, that's exactly why I'm doing it. The grappler dude on there is black. So what? We have a black samurai in a fighting game.
Looks
just like I brought Leroy because it was a black Wing Chun user in a fighting game. So yeah, I don't care what y'all talking about. Yes, I'm buying them.
Yeah.
Okay. Cowboy Bebop is getting a vinyl cover later in this fall for people who like Physical Media and
Yes.
really mess with Cowboy Bebop. That's going to be a thing. Toph is getting her own spin-off comic from Last Airbender.
Is this
Round of
supposed
applause
to
for
be
that.
after the events?
I think it's after the Fire Lord is defeated. So yeah.
So are we going to get to see her versus what's the old dude, the Avatar homeboy, the old man?
Boomy.
Do we get to see the full fight? Because they said they supposed to fight again. I know in the original comic it was even. They supposed to fight again later.
I'm not sure. They just announced it. It's not really details of what exactly it's going to be about. But Toph is tough.
I'm excited for that.
I'm glad she's getting her own thing.
Yeah.
That potential bill where people was trying to ban the military recruitment from Twitch and stuff has been downvoted, so they will continue to deal with that as far as that.
Lobbyist things.
Right. Naya Rivera's death certificate shown that she drowned within minutes, and that's really sad considering how abrupt that was. So,
I don't know.
R.I.P. to her.
Rest in peace, for sure. Rest in peace and prayers and blessings out to her family and her loved ones. That's pretty sad, especially her son.
Yeah.
Her son.
Right.
You know.
Right. There was a Fortnite event yesterday. Me and my son actually was there for that, and it was pretty booty. Not gonna lie, don't even really know who Diplo is, to be honest with you, but I just did it because never actually gone to one of those. And the Travis Scott one was such a iconic one for me. I thought it was going to be on that level, and it was not. Did anybody else care, or can I move on?
We don't play Fortnite here.
No.
We're grown men and women.
All right. Nintendo's been testing their Lego Mario prototypes. For the most part, they've been trying to make sure they're pretty sturdy, so that because that's going to be for kids, and Nintendo's usually good with their.
I love Mario and I love
kids.
Legos. Okay.
They're marketed towards kids. I'll say that. They've been trying to make sure that they're pretty sturdy, so you can drop them. They say they've been dropping them over 6,000 times just to make sure they won't break. So that's a thing. Billie Eilish has a Studio Ghibli-esque music video out. Let's see. BioWare is still trying to make Anthem a good thing. Let's see. NBA is wondering how long they can keep this bubble thing going for the NBA. Beyonce has a new album, a visual album out on Disney Plus.
Black is King.
Black is King. Yep. There's a Florida congressional candidate that thinks Dragon Ball Z is porn.
Hey, it's fighting porn. I will say it's fighting porn. They do be scrapping on that boy.
You think that's
porn? I mean, you've seen some of them old episodes where he was looking at her panties and shit. I mean,
Dragon Ball maybe, but Z.
Yeah. No,
she was on the wrong side.
Listen.
Plus, that's just a difference in culture. Japan has always been like that with the fan service and stuff. Sometimes it gets a little crazy with certain animes, like not One Piece. Fairy Tail has that bad fan service.
Yeah. High School of the Dead.
Oh yeah, High School of the Dead is like,
bro.
That's porn. High School of the Dead is porn.
High School of the Dead is damn near porn. And what was the other one? Goblin Slayer.
Yeah.
That was damn near porn too. Splinter Cell is getting the anime. There is a King of Fighters movie coming out, and it's going to be animated in 3D. Cuphead is now on PS4.
That game's fire.
And I think that's about it. Oh, the Overwatch Soldier 76 actor for Italy, the Italian voice actor, he passed at 76 not too long.
Rest in peace.
And that's all for the church announcements.
All right, may the church say amen.
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 All right, let's get into the actual topics. The actual topics for this week. Let's go ahead and get you guys free games for this month for August. For PlayStation, you get Play Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. I have no idea what that is. And you get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the campaign. So pretty booty month this month for PS4, if I do say so myself.
Wait, you only get the campaign? I thought it was the whole game. Yo,
it's just
listen. PS4 don't drop months. That's all I'm saying. So one is allowed.
They dropped that month.
This is a pretty booty month.
Have you guys seen Play Fall Guys? Have you looked that up at all?
Not at all.
It's like one of those type of games that you would play when you don't really want to think about it. It's like a battle royale, like 50-player obstacle course on acid. It's super bright, super colorful, weird looking characters.
In the vein of like Gang Beast or something like that?
Kinda. Have you guys seen like the show, what is it, Washed Out? When the people are just running on an obstacle course and it's like balls and shit flying at them.
You mean Wipeout?
Yeah, Wipeout. Imagine that in video games with a bunch of people, some colorful ass, weird looking characters. It looks fun. It looks very fun. But, you know, like I said, it's the type of shit you would play when you don't really want to think about it too much. You just want to play some games, kill a little time.
Man, let's golf with your friends.
For Xbox this month, there's going to be Portal Knights, Override Mech City Brawl, MX Unleashed, and Red Faction 2 is all the games you're going to get on good old Xbox. Not going to lie, looks like a pretty booty month for both systems.
The Mech game is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's underrated. They just didn't promote it enough, but it's a pretty good game. And then Red Faction 2 is always good. So Xbox got some decent games. Call of Duty would have won if it wasn't the campaign. If it was just Modern Warfare 2, I'd be like, all right, do your thing. But because it's just the campaign, it's like, who the hell are you selling the campaign?
Yeah, but they haven't even remastered multiplayer yet, so they can't even do that.
I thought they did. What the fuck, man?
Yeah,
Why would I want to
really
play the campaign?
It was just the campaign.
Bro,
yeah,
we
no,
the campaign
it was
so many times. Like,
yeah, and when they did Modern Warfare, I think the multiplayer you're talking about is the regular Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't remastered the online, so I mean, I agree with you. It's a booty month on both sides, I think, but I mean, PlayStation's been producing fire months lately anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, get $10 and you can buy yourself.
Hey, I'm gonna just say
this. Store,
this is a side note. This is a side note, but Xbox been doing this thing where they're giving out promotions for everything, so you can get like a whole year free of Spotify on PlayStation right now if you just sign up on Xbox. The shit is crazy.
That's weird.
They doing that. Yeah, on
you get a free month of Spotify.
You get 3 free months
for
of
signing up on Xbox.
You get 3 free months of Postmates right now, and then like for certain games, like
you
right now.
You just said 2 different systems, though, right?
Right, I'm so confused.
You said if you sign up on
Xbox,
Xbox, you get it for
I meant on
PlayStation.
Xbox.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
I'm about to say, what?
Also on Xbox, they have certain games like free to play, like the game that just came out, Road Company, which I love that game. That game is so good. You got Road Company. You have what's the third person Smite. Smite, they're giving out the avatar skins for free with the characters. If you're on Xbox right now. Like the shit is ridiculous. Like I'm like,
but Road Company's free anyway, bro. I mean, people just gotta wait for it to launch, so that really ain't shit.
I mean, yeah, but you're getting most of the skins for free just for being on Xbox. They're giving you like, you know how PlayStation got exclusive skins,
right?
Like they have weapon skins. They're giving legit Xbox character skins. You only get a weapon skin for PlayStation right now. Like each character has not only an Xbox weapon skin, but also an Xbox character skin.
I feel that.
I mean, like month is booty, but Xbox are starting to get some benefits that PlayStation needs to jump up on.
All right, moving on. The next major thing we're going to talk about is Riot Games and its partnership with the Saudi Arabian city. it was backlash. I'm not entirely sure why it's backlash, but they have since backpedaled and are not partnering with them anymore. Not entirely sure what all the details about this is. I was wondering if you might know, Chrono.
I'm big into League of Legends, but I legit haven't figured out. Because of the how they treat the LGBTQ. That's why.
Yeah, I did a little research in preparation for the podcast, and I read pretty much it's because of the culture over there and how the discrimination against LGBTQ and discrimination against women. Pretty much, they don't align with that. Which, I mean, it makes sense because there's a large subsect of women gamers, and it's like you wouldn't want to align yourself with something like that in such a progressive period. Women and LGBT. I'm gay myself. I mean, I'm a gay woman myself, so that it's just a day and age where people are kind of drawing the line in the sand. They're trying to show people what they stand for, and they're trying to stand up for what they feel is right, and discrimination is bullshit. I think we all can kind of agree with that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be judged by how you look or your preference.
And it's pretty heavy over there.
Yeah,
Which
it is pretty heavy over there. Women's rights is like non-existent over there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which is crazy though, because the LEC was the first in League of Legends to allow a full female gaming group to go to like the mainstream, even though they kind of did it as a joke, and everybody knew it was kind of as a joke to prove that women shouldn't be on the main stage with men. The shit was weird, but it's crazy when you look at that and then just see how the government treats LGBTQ, and because it's a new day and age. It's a new day and age. I hate that we have to keep reiterating this, but it's a new day and age. Like at some point, you should realize this is what's going on, and maybe you should try to change your way of thinking for the people.
Over there, I think a lot of it is, and I won't even just say over there, but I do know a lot of the reasons why people have these views are because of what they are traditionally taught, whether that be just in their culture, whether that be their religious beliefs. This is something that's ingrained in them. So,
right. I mean, it's like
you only know what's shown.
Yeah, you have to take it as culture, and like, yeah, we don't believe it's right, but it's the culture they grew up in, and you can't It's like the changes that were made.
Culture is going to take a lot more than just yelling out.
Right. I mean,
exactly. It's ingrained in
look how far we've gone in the past 100 years. I mean, from separate water fountains to like people literally trying to accept anyone and everyone for whatever the fuck they want to do. Obviously that's a very broad statement, but you know what I'm saying, like inclusionism and including everyone. Like some parts of the world just aren't on that wave yet, and I think they should have realized what they were doing, but at the same time, like my issue with this is
that money talks, and that's what they jumped on first instead of thinking about the repercussions of it.
But here's the thing: this is business. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes down to it, how much of the shit that you're trying to advocate for does this company or whatever, I don't know, is this a company or is this actually a city? I
don't know. I think it's just a company based out of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's big
on the.
I guess my biggest point is like everyone jumped to a conclusion on something before they I guarantee most of the people, that 99.9% of the people that advocated against this have no idea what the fuck this is, who these people are, like maybe this is a workspace where they're advocating for that kind of thing or something like that, or whatever, I mean, we don't know. That's the big thing I'm trying to get at. I get the issues behind the culture and like why they wouldn't want that, but like, maybe this is a place where that, this one certain segment doesn't have anything to deal with that. I guess is what I'm getting at. Like I feel like people jump too quickly, but I mean it's business. They tried to make a partnership, but I mean with the media and social media and everyone the way it is now, I mean, as soon as they hear something like this, of course they're gonna jump and just smack it down right away. But
even Riot said that they moved too quickly to solidify and like cement their basically their relationship with that. Mm-hmm. So we don't necessarily know if it was like all because of their culture or if it was just a toxic business partnership anyway.
Right.
So it could be like both.
It could have been something they realized was bad for them regardless.
And it looks like most of the backlash came from players and Riot employees themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like obviously
then you have to take into it like whether they have inside information or not, and all types of shit. So I don't know. It happened. There's probably some semblance of truth or something behind these statements. So I mean, if there is that kind of thing going on, obviously that's not something we advocate for or anything like that. But my big thing is I feel like a lot of people don't do their research before they type.
Oh yeah,
that's my biggest thing.
That's 100% facts because people, especially on Twitter is a cesspool. I don't care what nobody say.
Social media in general.
Social media as a whole is
but because all I'm saying is like in the future, I guarantee it's going to happen. There's going to be something in the future where say in this specific instance, like the League of Legends partners with someone or whatever, Call of Duty partners with someone, people jump on the bandwagon too fast, start typing their, shit, and then we have a whole bunch of like higher end Twitch streamers and stuff having to release apology statements because they spoke too soon and they didn't understand, what the company was about. Maybe this company has progressive viewpoints and, was ahead of the culture. Like, I mean, it's going to happen because of the mob mentality. So, that's my biggest thing. Just always do your research before you type.
Pretty sure it has happened already.
It's happened.
Oh yeah. I just don't have specific examples of it. I mean, it definitely has happened. We all know it does.
It happens on YouTube as recently with the whole H3 Keemstar thing because it literally started the apocalypse again. Like right now, YouTube, a lot of people don't know YouTube's going through an apocalypse right now because of the situation of H3 and then it leaked over to Pokimane doing whatever.
H3. That's all I gotta say.
You having your people attack people's
you have
sponsors. That's
people.
Just new type of low.
Mm-hmm. So now it's an apocalypse on YouTube, and people been speaking out on it, and fans kind of really don't care. They're not even doing research to what's being said or if it's previous stuff, and it's getting stupid now.
Moving on, Netflix has acquired 7 key black TV shows that are going to be popping up this month. Moesha is going to be on there. The Game is going to be on there. Sister is going to be on there. Girlfriends, The Parker.
I hate to cut you off, but I have to. Real quick, does everyone know what's going on with TikTok right now?
TikTok is basically going. We was talking about that before you joined. TikTok is basically going to be canceled. All
right. As of 2 minutes ago, speaking of Keemstar, post from Keemstar on Twitter. 5 hours ago, TikTok banned in USA by Trump starting today. 1 hour ago, TikTok saved because Microsoft bought it. This was a very big fan theory and TikToker theory. 3 minutes ago, TikTok CEO, we are not going anywhere. So it is official. Microsoft did buy TikTok.
Microsoft just bought TikTok.
Yeah, so basically, Microsoft came in with the motherfucking stimulus. And listen, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm not a Trump hater. I'm not necessarily a Trump supporter. I think the guy does good stuff. He does really bad stuff as well. I think this was a very clown move by him, but Microsoft came in, hit him with the stimulus real quick. Hit him. You remember BO4 where they had the syringes where you could like revive people and like heal yourself.
So
and
Microsoft owns TikTok now.
Yeah, kind of. That's the yeah. So TikTok is saved. Mr. Hamilton is saved. He is a God-given man. Appreciate and love him. Everyone go follow at Mr. Hamilton on TikTok. Anyways, continue.
And Yeet Diomedes too, Coman, our friend. We need to go sub to him.
I mean, it's a third-rate duelist, the fourth-rate deck on TikTok. No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna need you to duel me after this. You talk too much outside of your neck. Anyway,
we got a tournament today.
Talking back to what we was talking about, Netflix has acquired a couple of key black shows. Couple of one, Moesha's supposed to be coming in next this month. It should be on there now. The Game season 1 through 3 is gonna come through on August 15th. Sister is gonna come out on September 1st. Girlfriends September 11th. The Parkers on October 1st. Half and Half on the 15th of October, and one on the 15th as well. Does anybody care?
Yes, honey, I do. Oh,
go ahead, Moxie.
Oh my God. Oh, I am so excited. First off, we can go down this list because I was literally scrambling, watching piss poor quality episodes of Half and Half like 3 days ago. I've been binge watching Half and Half. It's so good to just, I don't know. It's awesome that they're doing this because I think these type of moves show that people are listening to the people. They're showing that these big companies are listening to what the people want. And we all know that the 90s, the culture of the 90s has been kind of popping back in relevance and culture. And Black appreciation has definitely been popping up in culture. I just think this is awesome. I already got my girlfriend's DVD box set, so I was already cool on that. But
all right, Charlamagne.
Like, I
got a little snippet on this. One big thing I have to say is Black appreciation and Black awareness and everything is so fucking important. It is big for all of us and it's something we advocate. One of my big things is yet another thing kind of similar to what we were just talking about. If this has got to be genuine, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's probably a lot of companies and or people out there advocating for BLM and shit like that, that aren't genuine about it.
Well, there's a lot of people that are doing this stuff just because it's marketable now to be.
Yeah, exactly. Like
we're not stupid. We're not stupid.
So my big thing is this shit has to be genuine. It has to be genuine. And it's just one of those things where when you start seeing everyone fall in line, like it almost kind of becomes, it almost makes it feel like a slap in the face a little bit. Like when you look, like I loaded up Call of Duty, right? And they have a big thing about BLM. Like, is that genuine or is that just because everyone else was doing it? That's my big thing. So this, in my opinion, should have been done a long motherfucking time ago.
Oh, you're right.
I mean, some have been on there. I will say, I think at one.
Yes.
I think Fresh Prince was on Netflix at one point in time.
Man, at one point, I literally had 2 categories on Netflix named movies with a lead male Black actor and movies with a female lead Black actor. That's what my Netflix was suggesting me. So they definitely had categories specifically for that, but. My big thing is it's got to be genuine. Don't have the fall in line mentality, and it definitely shouldn't have taken this long. This shit should be the norm and should have been the norm.
Right. Mrs. Skyz, you've been quiet for a while.
Yeah, I know. I just been like going over everything. Like, essentially, pretty much what Skyz was just saying. Like, I really think Netflix has been on this shit. Like. At some point, like, I definitely understand and agree with what you're saying about, like, it being genuine, but at some point, if you do it by yourself when it's not kind of coming up with everybody else, you're gonna get hate for it. As awful as that sounds, you're gonna get hate for it. Yeah. Because there are some fucking old-ass people who love their Netflix, racist-ass motherfuckers out there. As soon as they see, like, oh, Black Lives Matter, they're like, fuck this. But if everybody's,
the Karens and Bills out there that put fucking motherfucking raisins in their potato salad.
Right. So yeah, like I definitely think this is great. Like, it's, you know, it's not necessarily, I appreciate it, but not to the fullest extent because like I'm not black. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of controversial between some people, but like I appreciate it, but obviously it's not for me. Like, I'm here to advocate, I'm here to amplify, you know, your voices, but it's not for me. So, you know, whatever you guys think is right, whatever you guys, you know, think needs to be done in order to advocate and like bring this shit up, that's what we need to do. Instead of just these big companies saying Black Lives Matter and then not acting on it.
Right.
Just because you can make money off of it.
Yeah, I'm in a weird position because I've kind of had some type of experience with that at a company that I work at, where it's like I was the first female black manager there, and it's like certain things that they would do would make it seem as if there was a very inclusive place. But now that all of these things are happening, I haven't heard them say anything. They haven't really posted much of anything. They haven't really addressed much of anything, nor have I even spoken to them in all of this. So, you know, it is
one of those things where the policies say a certain thing, but everyone's actions don't reflect it.
It is. It's not even necessarily just like the policies. It's what they try to portray.
Right.
Yeah. Going back to the actual shows, the only two shows that probably would have been better to add on here, if they would have put Living Single and A Different World, then it would have been perfect.
Wait, can you name the shows again? Because I'm trying to figure out where the fuck the name of the
show, which was the show with Brandy back in the day.
Yeah.
The Game seasons 1 through 3, Sister, Girlfriends, The Parkers, which is it was okay at the time, but that show did not age well. The Parkers.
Which one? Oh, I love The Parkers too. Listen, this is when I say I'm super excited about this. I've very recently been watching all of these things. The Parkers I find hilarious because of Karen.
Yeah, I mean, most black families who had UPN back in the day watched The Parkers.
Listen, all I'm saying is if Netflix don't got Sanford and Son already, motherfucker acquire it.
Yeah, Sanford and Son will be dope.
They really need some good times. Like
that was my dad's ringtone for a long time, motherfucker. I love that show.
I will say some of them they're probably not bringing back because a lot of those jokes,
older shows, won't translate well. Yeah.
The problem with that is you can argue that, but motherfucking like them bitches be having like Alfred Hitchcock and shit on there. Bring me my motherfucking Sanford and Son. That ain't even an argument.
All of the Family is either on Netflix or I think All of the Family is on Netflix or Hulu. So we all know how Archie Bunker was.
Right. So. Moving on. There's a beta that will give Hulk hands for Fortnite players. I don't know if anybody cares, but yeah, we have an awful lot of Fortnite news.
We are grown men. We do women. We do not play Fortnite on this channel.
Look, me and my wife and my son play Fortnite damn near every day now. So
you're a father.
Listen, my best friend plays it, and he got me playing it every now and then. But it wasn't something that I could really just fall in love with. I play it if he wants me to come in and help him shoot up some shit. But
I am a grown man. You would never see me play Fortnite.
But Power Rangers, though, right?
Power Rangers is a fighting game, so it's a whole different story, yo. It's a whole different story, yo. We be scrapping on Power Rangers, yo. They hit hard, yo. Power Rangers.
Take me back to season 3 when there was like 10 guns, some med kits, and some shields,
right,
and I could double ramp up to someone and beat some ass without them editing everything underneath me and me dying to fall damage. And bitch, we talking. Until then, Fortnite's dead. I don't want to hear about it.
Fortnite been dead since Ninja went to Mexico. I said it.
I mean, Ninja's on YouTube now.
All right.
What are you doing on YouTube? We don't be seeing them on YouTube.
Okay. We're gonna move to the probably the biggest thing we're gonna be talking about, and that is IGN's biggest animes of the decade. And I kind of cherry picked a couple of ones from each year that was like super big that I could recognize, and we're just gonna go through them. And then if you guys agree or disagree, we're gonna move from there. For 2010, some of the bigger ones was Angel Beats and Panty and Stocking. Panty and Stocking is a gag anime, kind of like Pop Team Epic or Shin Chan for back in the day. Just throwing my age out there. That's kind of in the vein that is. For 2011, it was Blue Exorcist, Fate Zero, Hunter x Hunter, and Steins Gate for 2011. 2012, the main two that stood out was JoJo Bizarre Adventure and Sword Art. 2013 was Attack on Titan, Hadre no Ippo, Kill la Kill, and that's one of the ones for 2013. 2014, Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works, Parasite,
That's too much.
Parasite, The Maxim, Seven Deadly Sins, Tokyo Ghoul.
That's one of my favorites for sure. Tokyo Ghoul is one of my favorites.
Tokyo Ghoul is terrible, bro. Parasite the Maxim is one of the best animes. That's the most underrated in years. Seven Deadly Sins 2, yo.
For 2015, Dragon Ball Super, Food Wars, and One Punch Man.
Dragon Ball Super.
No.
Stop it.
No,
2016, we got Mob Psycho 100 and My Hero Academia. 17, Little Witch Academia. 2018, Agretzko, which I love.
It's
that.
great.
This is about. I love that.
It's great. It is. It's really.
Because that's literally my life setting needs to watch that anime.
It's great. It is. It's really good. It's really creative. Very creative. It was when I first watched the first episode, I was just like, I was smoking. Of course, it's this. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. You know, it's not. Yeah.
I can't wait for season 3. I hope she finally give the dog dude some play, because he's been in the trenches for a minute now.
Very long time.
Anyway, Devilman Crybaby from 2018. That time I got. I heard some good things about
honestly. I think it's a catalog one. I'm gonna have to put it.
It's good. It's good. It's
I'm gonna have to put it in there after I rewatch all the Yu-Gi-Ohs.
And 2019, the main two that's from that year is Demon Slayer and Dr. Stone, which both of those are pretty good. So yeah, anybody disagree? Agree?
Should we just give our top 3 from like 2010 and up?
Yeah, get your top 3 from this decade.
All right.
You can pull from the list I said, or you can give your own that came out.
We'll go from the one that's obviously going to have the most controversial opinion first. Obviously, Chrono.
Oh, I'm just pulling because I already told y'all. I literally sat and watched Super before I even made my comment. Super is not that good compared to all the other Dragon Ball Zs. Super is terrible to me. Like I would rather watch regular Dragon Ball Z than Super. Super is trash compared to all of Dragon Ball Z. I'm sorry.
Nobody's gonna argue with you.
I'm about to say your fanboys of Super. The shit is awful. It is trash.
Nobody's gonna argue with you on that though.
Okay, cool. Mobile Suit Gundam is underrated. It is so underrated.
Which one are you talking about?
The
Orphans or the Unicorn one, whatever.
Orphans is underrated. It's really good. Overlord is pretty good. Girls Last Tour, I actually love that. Anime. I really ain't got a top 5 because everybody's gonna go with the mainstream animes. That's the only reason I really don't care for it, because literally everybody's gonna go with the mainstream animes. I watch more underrated, low key. Like Run with the Wind is really good. It's really low key and it's really good. But other than that, I mean, I guess the list is okay. If you talking mainstream, if you talking about low key, nobody talks about animes. All of these animes blow it out the water. So that's just my opinion. But Super sucks ass. But moving on.
Mrs. Skyz, do you watch anime at all?
I really have started like a couple of them, but Okay, anime is one of those things where I have to have time to like sit down and watch it because a lot of animes start off really slow. And so I have to have time to sit down and like binge it or else I'm just not going to get interested. And then I work all the time and then I don't finish it. So yeah, it's one of those things where like I've always wanted to sit down and watch, like binge a couple of shows. Like Skyz has been trying to get me to watch My Hero Academia for the past year. I haven't. So
you gotta start off with something that's like a season and done.
Oh, she started out with the L Light.
Death
Note.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
She hasn't
kinda
even
bad.
finished that.
No, I haven't finished it.
What?
And it's because, like I said, if I don't sit down and watch it like several episodes at a time, I'm not gonna watch it.
Fair enough.
Because that's one of those things, like, especially Death Note, yeah. Because I can watch movies at work, like, depending on the job that I'm on, but it's one of those things where I have to pay very close attention to it because there's a lot of details. So I just don't really have the time to sit down and watch it. So, like, that's one thing that I would like to do is just, like, have some time off and watch some animes, but yeah, I haven't even finished Death Note yet.
I would recommend if you want to start an anime that starts off with straight action, 7 Deadly Sins. Go straight to 7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins is good, and if you want something that's not going to be 100+ episode commitment, Demon Slayer is pretty cool right now. Yeah.
Stay away from Sword Art Online because after season 1, it becomes ass, and then Super is.
You'll like it if you like Dragon Ball Z.
No, I'm not even trying to be biased. I actually went there. I'm not going to be biased. I went back and watched Dragon Ball Kai, and I'm like, okay, Dragon Ball Kai really wasn't that bad. Before I watched Super, that's what I'm saying. I watched Dragon Ball Kai. I'm like, okay, it really wasn't as bad as I remember. Then I watched Super, and I'm like, Super is so terrible. Just off of character development alone, it was bad, and that's just my opinion. Like Goku, they made Goku 10 times dumber than he ever was, in my opinion. I don't like that part. So, but
Moxie?
Yeah, more than anything, when I looked at this list, it made me feel, I don't know, I'm only 27, but it made me feel like old
as hell
anime head. Yeah, because a lot of this I was not very familiar with. Like, I do, 18. Right. Well, I do watch anime. You know, I love, I guess, more so the older animes. Like, I love Bleach. My favorite anime is Samurai Champloo. You know, Cowboy Bebop.
I put her on that, y'all. By the way, we used to watch that. Yes, we used to watch that at Raven House every fucking day.
I love those. Death Note, like you guys were saying. But like, I looked at this list and I only really heavily recognize a few that I can say that I watched and enjoyed. Agretsuko is great. Tokyo Ghoul, like I said, I love that as well. One Punch Man is dope, you know. But it's like, I looked at this and I'm like, damn, I need to get on back on my shit.
Food Wars is actually pretty good too.
I heard good things about Food Wars.
I just started watching it. It's actually pretty good.
There are a couple of these I definitely have some interest in seeing. So,
I guess I'll go with mine since Skyz is muted.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, you recognize any of these?
Yeah. Brief synopsis. My top 5. Honorary number 1, but not my real number 1, has to go to Sword Art because it's really the first anime I watched. I watched that and Death Note pretty much simultaneously, but Sword Art's really what captured me. Then my real number 1 would have to be Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. That anime is so fucking slept on. Yeah, bars. And y'all motherfuckers always say shit about it every time I say it, but bro, it's on this list for a reason, bro. It's on that level, I promise you. And then I would have to go with Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan. Man, am I losing my mind? I had another one up here.
I put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at the thing. Maybe I'm just dumb. I don't remember what it was. But then I guess I would have to go My Hero, and then Black Clover, which isn't even on this list.
Black Clover is dope. Yeah,
I don't know why that isn't on this list.
It started off so slow.
It did start off slow.
It started off. That's why.
And it was cliche as fuck. But
I don't
like,
even really think it started off slow because like the first episodes, like they get grimoires and shit, and then like, bro, they could have totally took us through that 6 months of bullshit before then in the fucking like Magic Knights exam. And they didn't. So like at that point, I thought that shit was what everyone was saying about starting off slow. But I mean, they went right to the Magic Knights exam, and then yeah, it's a little slow at the beginning with like introducing characters and shit like that. But you got to think it's almost like we have a protagonist, right? But it's almost like a split protagonist. So they have to like split the story and keep up with both. I'm not very far into it.
It's almost like Naruto Sasuke stuff when it's
exactly.
And that's another thing too. A lot of people felt as though it was another version of Naruto. So most of the
want to be the Wizard King and the Hokage parallels. They get right themselves.
Most of the animes on your side literally bar My Hero Academia, get straight to the action. And I'll say Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter took like 4 episodes before they got to action, but when they got to the action, it wasn't no.
That's something I do want to watch. That's on my watch list.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is definitely.
You need to watch Yu Yu Hakusho before you even touch Hunter x Hunter. I can't believe you haven't seen that.
Oh, you
bro, I'm sorry, bro. I wasn't into anime back then. You know how I grew up? It was chilling on a dirt road, laid back, swerving like I'm George Jones. Fucking 80s hair bands, bro.
You haven't watched Outlaw Star. You haven't watched Tenchi. You haven't watched the original Gundams. Oh my god, you missed
Gundam Wing, G Gundam.
I didn't listen. I did not watch the original Gundams, but that does not mean I did not know about them because I played some of the Gundam games on like PlayStation 2. So I knew about them, but I never watched them.
Bro, trust me when I say this. The games ain't got shit on the anime. And the games are good. They ain't got shit on the animes. But moving on.
My top 5. Number 5 probably would be Dr. Stone, 4 Demon Slayer, 3 My Hero Academia, 2 Hunter x Hunter, and 1 probably JoJo.
Nice.
Special one for Agretzko because that's I love that fucking anime.
Endeavor is the best character in My Hero Academia. I said it. Moving on.
All right, moving on to the next topic. We have questions, and we have a metric shit ton of them. So let me just get to the first one. Since we're already talking about anime, what is your favorite anime weapon and why?
Oh, that's a good question, huh?
I've seen this one, bro, and I literally pondered this for so long, and I'm gonna let some other people go first, and then
One of y'all go first.
My favorite anime weapon is the Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 3, yo.
That's a good one.
Cause that shit, I don't care what y'all say, that is not a fucking video game. That is a movie simulator. So nah.
Your real answer?
I really don't have one. I really don't.
Would Key and like Nin and all that stuff count?
I know it has to be a weapon. That's the only reason. Because I would have said that. I'm like,
what about Gum Fruits? Or what about like Devil Fruits from One Piece? Would that count?
Not a weapon.
Fuck.
I don't have one. A
weapon? For me, it'd probably be Zanpakuto Toast because they get as strong as you do. So like, if you get stronger, your blade and stuff gets stronger too.
I actually have a very out of the box one.
Go ahead.
Oh, let's go.
It would have to be the mobility suits and swords they use in Attack on Titan. That was very creative. That was very, very creative. But that has to be combined together. I'm not going to say like the swords are my favorite because they're just fucking swords. But that is like a combined weapon. It has to be used together. It's a very creative and artful way of doing that.
Yeah, you literally just going around swinging around like you're Spider-Man or something with swords.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
About the cheat, a Gundam.
Man.
Big ass weapons, yo, a gun to yo.
Okay. Optimus Prime. All smart.
Who is our command? Pointing my guns at people and shit, boy.
Moxie, you got one?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with the Zanpakuto because it's mine in particular. My favorite was Captain Kuchi's. I think it was Senbonzakuro, and I just love the visuals of it. Like his shit, it'd be like some big swords that would come out of the ground, and then he would
yeah. That was Rukia's big brother, right?
Yep. And then they will all turn into like these beautiful Japanese flowers that would fucking cut you. They were each a sword, you know. But I think the Zanpakuto is super sweet because they're each in their own. They're like personality, you know. If you follow Bleach, they are actually kind of like souls in a way that can interact with you and shit. But like, I don't know. I just love the creativity of it. I love how they are very personalized to each Soul Reaper, you know. And again, just going out to the creators of Bleach, I just like how they were able to make the visuals. Each of them were so different, but like so fucking sweet and powerful.
Yo, I got one. Wolfwood's Punisher from Trigun. Y'all know. If you've seen Trigun, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Oh man, you threw it back again. Mrs. Skyz, so you have one?
Nope. Listen.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm a child. I don't
You
listen.
got any video game weapons you like, Miss Skyz? Like Cloud Buster Sword? No.
Yeah, in what was it? Okay, so God of War, the original one.
Blades of Chaos.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
definitely.
were fucking dope. Like, especially growing up, just grabbing anything, tying it together, and swinging it around, almost like nunchucks, but like 100 times better because you can cut somebody with it.
She wins.
All right. From our resident Gumby, next question.
Here we go. Prepare yourselves, lady.
He said, "What is your best story from a strip club? I got $100. I got $100 if it's better than mine." Strip club stories.
I believe the fifth.
Should I tell them the strip club story that I told y'all as a kid
Go ahead.
on my 19th birthday? Oh my god. Yo, disclaimer. Y'all about to be disgusted.
Shit
So,
finna go left.
shit about to go left. This is about to be vaccinating levels of shit about to go left.
Should always go left with you.
Chill out, yo. So, it was my 18th birthday. 18th birthday, turning 18. I got an older sister. She was like, "Hey, you know, I got homegirls. You know, they work at a strip club. We gonna take you to the strip club." I'm 18. I'm like, "All right." So I'm like, "All right, cool." I get dressed. You know, I put on cologne. I'm trying to look good. I'm super skinny, light skinned dude, right? We go to the strip club off of Joy Road in Evergreen.
Sure.
Now, y'all don't know what it is, but we stayed in the hood. That's the hood. Maya knows exactly. I'm sorry. Moxie knows exactly where that's at. And she knows
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what I said. Child.
We go to there. I'm already like, oh, we in the hood. Yo, this boy look ran down. The chicken wings was on point, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Chicken wings was on point. Strip club chicken wings are the truth. I ain't gonna ever hold y'all on this.
I found out why.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why strip club wings be the
Strip
shit.
club food is very good because they often get their licenses under restaurant as well. So when you ring up, you only see restaurant on your receipt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't say strip club. It just say restaurant on your receipt.
Or
so they do, yeah, they do get good food. You know what I mean? They do provide quality food for that reason.
That food was on point. But that's besides the point. So I'm sitting there. My sister said, "Hey, I'm gonna get you a dance from every stripper in here, right?" So the dance is going fine. It's going fine till the last girl comes, right? You ever? So I keep saying my. You remember how long my goatee used to be, right?
Yeah.
Remember why I started shaving it off? I get
No.
a strip club. She put her ass in my face. Right? Here's where shit went left. This is why I say I won't ever do certain shit. Because it was shit on my goatee. Yes. When I got so fucking embarrassing. Nappy said it. I was 18. You know, I would never eat ass for that exact reason. And my dad looked like, yo, you need to go wipe that off. I'm like, wipe what off? He said, it's a chunk hanging for your goatee.
Oh my god, you had a dingleberry. You had a dingleberry on your goatee.
I was so fucking
a dinglebeard.
mad, yo. When I say for the whole fucking month and a half, I was so traumatized. All I smelled was shit on my beard. I cut it off. Everything I could still have to smell. I'm like, bro, I would never go to a strip club ever again because of that one reason. And we ain't going to that one place ever because of that one reason. I mean,
what did you expect from a strip club on Joy Road in Evergreen?
Man, I should have known better. But I didn't know. I thought we was going downtown. I thought we was going to the old bougie one where they don't take
Mizuki.
Mm-hmm. That one lit. There you go.
Mrs. Skyz, do you have a strip club story?
I've never been to a strip club. I just turned 21 over quarantine.
Oh shit!
That's right. Yeah, you're a baby. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm a child. So, I guess we'll have to come back to that one. Because I will be going. I'm taking Skyz with me. We're going.
Just don't let nobody put their ass in your face, okay?
Okay. I'll make that promise to you.
I know Skyz is in the background cracking the fuck up because he ain't said shit. Usually he'll say something.
He's scared.
Yeah, he said he pleads the fifth on this whole situation.
Yeah, he's not. Because
that's not a bad
the second I say he's coming with me, he's like, I'm out.
Nah, I ain't doing all that.
Because
do you got one?
Surprisingly, I have never been to a strip club before, and I can tell you the reason why. I am a serial relationshipper, and for the most part, I just got out of a 4-year relationship, and this is probably the longest time that I will be single. So maybe in the future I'll be able to give you one, but other than that, you know, I have people who strip for me, but you know, as far as like a strip club experience, no, I've never had nothing like that.
I got a story, but it wasn't nothing crazy. Just like I was like all of like 18 or something like that, just like 2011, 2012, something like that. It was in Kalamazoo actually. So
yikes.
Exactly. So this was back when my Dougie was the dance, you know, not the one you put on your head, but the teach me how to Dougie, that one.
I thought you were talking about the hood, my Dougie. No, not
the first.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that too.
No, not the first one. To teach me how to Dougie. Anyway, this they started playing it, and it was like a group of me and like 4 or 5 of my friends. Hold on.
Oh, the baby's getting checked. So, yeah. I didn't get to meet her, Moxie. What?
And that is okay.
That means something bad happened.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that, but you know, 4 years is a long time.
Anyway, basically, long story short, we got on the stripper stage and started doing the Dougie.
Oh, that's a cool story.
It wasn't terrible, but like, in hindsight, I don't know. Maybe we were drunk. I don't know.
So we got Dougie versus Dingleberry.
Pretty much. And Gumby said Gumby already won because he said a guy offered him a line of Coke in the bathroom. So,
oh no,
he won.
Yeah,
he won.
That's not that wild to me though. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just that ain't that wild to me. Shit.
All right. Let's get one more question out of the way, and then we'll say something for next week. Who do you think will be the perfect opponent for Drake in a versus battle? One of those IG versus.
Damn, that's a good question.
And I'll let one of you guys take it first.
Probably Chris Brown. That's the only person I can see do it because he's the only person as versatile as Drake. So it would have to be Chris Brown, in my opinion.
I could see that. I would say personally, I would enjoy seeing like a. Well, see, the thing about Drake, he's very versatile, like you just said. But I would like to see something like a Wayne versus Drake, like a student versus the master type of shit. I think that would be dope. But that would kind of mimic Drake, and a lot of his hits are those singing songs. So, I mean, I would say, yeah, I mean, Chris Brown would really kind of be like the only one that makes sense right now in this generation because of the level of success. You know, Drake is a very big artist, but he's big on a lot of different facets. You know what I mean? He has his rap catalog, and then he has his singing catalog. You saw him do it on Scorpion, you know. And I think the only person who would be able to kind of put something up in the singing area, which seems like that's like Drake's one of his more popular pop main hits are singing ones, would be Chris Brown.
Because that's the whole thing why I was hung up on. Like, are we talking about rapping Drake, or are we talking about singing Drake, or are we talking about a mixture of both? Because I don't think there's another artist that does both as well as he does. As much as I'm not a Drake fan, I can't say that he doesn't have a lane of his own when it comes to the singing, rapping guy.
Yeah, very true. I mean, if you think about like his biggest hits, I think like his massive hits, the ones that really cross over, I think those are kind of singy songs.
Mm-hmm. I got a question after we all
like,
said done.
Like think about Kiki, do you love? You know what I mean? He was rapping, but it was pop rap. It was singy type of rap.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing hard.
Skyz, Mr. Skyz.
I'd want to see him against a lyricist.
Moves.
Probably JID.
He would destroy JID because he has
Off
more
of hits alone,
He has more hits.
He would destroy
when it
JID,
comes
bro.
to versus battles, it's like hit versus hit.
Mm-hmm.
I would okay. If you say lyricist, that's when you start looking at somebody like an Eminem, like an Andre, that
Or
kid.
Kendrick.
No, I want Kendrick versus J. Cole. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, the only versus battle I would want to see with Kendrick is Kendrick and J. Cole. If it's not
But
those,
like, big mainstream popularity, that would be if you Drake in the rap category. That's the only artist that he would be able to go against. It would be Kendrick because Kendrick has that level of success. You know, he's been quiet now.
Cole,
Cole has had that level of success too.
I think it's a little bit more so recently because Cole is gaining more popularity recently. Kendrick has been quiet for a very long time, but notice when Kendrick comes out, everything else shuts down. Mm-hmm. When he do come out, ain't nobody talking about shit else. You know, but he's been quiet now, and that's allowed J. Cole to kind of showcase his skill. I love J. Cole too, don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean. But he didn't have that. He had a cult group of fans that loved him and supported him. But I think he's been able to really like showcase his shit.
Actually, I take that back. I know exactly who I'd want to see him against. Russ.
Oh God.
Who?
Oh God. Drake versus Russ.
Like,
see, but here's the thing: like with Russ, he doesn't have as many hits as Drake does.
He doesn't. Drake, we're not talking about hits. That's what y'all don't get. Yo,
but that's what the versus is,
bro.
That's IG is literally hit versus hit. It's an IG.
Okay.
They both go live and they do hit versus hit.
I wasn't undering.
It's like
I mean,
artists too. It's always
that I think in my opinion,
the last one was versus DMX.
Yeah, and I think
in my opinion, I think if Russ had as many hits as Chris Brown, it would be a better comparison.
Russ can't sing.
Yep. What? I'm not even gonna.
I haven't heard Russ sing. I might be wrong.
He sings.
He's got that same type of singing rap cadence, bro.
He has the same type of singing rap cadence.
Wait, is Russ the one that did the tap song?
No, what they want, what they want.
Dollar signs. Yeah,
I've never heard that song.
You never heard "Losing Control"?
Nope.
Yeah, like that. He don't sing.
I've never heard that song.
Yeah.
I like the way she word. Yeah, that one, like, no. Wow.
I don't know who Russ
I can't believe you have not heard that song because that bitch was everywhere.
Look,
you could not get away from that.
Person that just found out the little boy from Rise is T-Fly that made 24 Hours. I just found that out. Like, come on now. Hey, I guarantee you don't even remember what Rise is.
I do not.
Let's get Mrs. Skyz outro right now because I think she has to be ready to go to work pretty soon.
Yeah, I have to. I have to get dressed and everything because I'm still in my pajamas. So, yeah. Thanks for having me on. I know I was super quiet the entire time. I'm not in my house. I'm at my friend's house, so I had to kind of stay quiet because that bitch is still sleeping. But yeah, I look forward to hopefully being on in the future. And thanks for having me on.
Oh, wait, Miss Skyz, before you go.
Yeah,
we're all on the podcast. It's something that happened way in the past. We all know what it is. I do want to apologize for bringing you into that situation and saying what I said about you. It was out of anger and it was very disrespectful. So I do want to apologize on the podcast to not only you, but to Skyz. That I do apologize for the words that came out of my mouth, and hopefully you can forgive me for it.
Yeah, I accept your apology, and
that's very adult of you guys.
Thank you for apologizing.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like on record, which sounds stupid, but like everybody who, you know, had that problem or whatever, like that's kind of dope. So yeah, thank you. And I get it. I said some shit out of anger at work sometimes, so fucking I get it. But yeah. Anybody else before I go have any fucking questions?
Do you have any 2 cents about this? Who will Drake be able to go into in a versus battle thing with?
No, but the other day I was talking about the fact that Drake has 18 accents in every single one of his fucking
that man's Mario rap game, boy.
Mind them.
He's British 1 second, then he's from down south the next second, then he's
Jamaican.
Jamaican. Like it's.
I still ain't heard an A come out that man's mouth though, so he definitely ain't Canadian.
He does say like
no, he sounds
like
Canadian.
Sorry.
You heard him in the interview.
Like like sorry, but he says sorry, and it makes me uncomfortable.
What are you talking about?
All right. Well, you have a great day, Mrs. Skyz, and I hope everything with the job and everything works okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Hope your shift go by quickly.
Right. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
All right. Bye.
All right. Next thing.
I'll wait. We'll wait for it to be the last thing for me to ask.
We did anime weapon. We did
Nike shoes.
Nike, them fire Nike shoes.
Yeah. Nike has released a quote unquote gamer shoe. They look okay, I guess. Wouldn't be nothing I would be breaking my neck for, but if I happen to see them like somewhere and they was like marked down, I might grab them. But does anybody else care?
I'm copping.
I wanna.
Hey, you tripping? I'm
cool.
definitely copping these boys.
They look so cool.
Meh.
They look so cool.
I want the PlayStation CP3s. That's what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
So to describe them, they all white, and the bottom has like a gradient color strip. It goes from blue to orange at the bottom around it. Then the Nike swoosh is like pixelated. I like them. I think they look super dope.
Have you seen the PlayStation ones though?
Let me look at them right now.
I'm about to look. You said the PlayStation.
Are they Nike?
I think they CP3s.
Are they Nike?
They should be if they CP3s. Let me see.
Hold on.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, these is fired all.
Oh, those are cold.
That's the one. Those the one I want.
I like the white ones.
The white ones and the black ones.
They like $200.
I know they are like Beam, but that's like Jordan prices though.
I'm about to order these right now because I need someone.
Look at that.
The black ones is cool and the gray ones is dope. Those what I want. As far as
I like
shoes is.
the gray ones because it's that classic PlayStation gray. Like that's the first fucking PlayStation I had looked like that. That's so nostalgic. I love that.
Where the bonds?
So yeah,
I wish they would have put like, I don't know. I wish they would have put like, but no, they got like the X and the symbols and shit on the actual shoe. So.
So it's okay, I guess, but they can definitely do worse. Like the ninja shoes, they terrible. I think they're Adidas too.
Bro, who wears ninja shoes to sell for 5-year-olds, bro? Like, come on,
like
bro.
The Ninja has his own tennis shoe, and they are terrible.
Ninja shoes is gonna end up on Target.
Let me see if I can find them.
I feel like those are for emo kids. And
I mean, but like I always say, Ninja is not for our demographic.
Grown men that don't have to act out to get a fan base. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Have you seen these Nikes Skyz?
Yeah, dude, they're dope as fuck. I think they're pretty cool. I mean, they got kind of a kitty weird feel to them, but I mean, they're cool. I mean, they could have gone a million different ways to hit gamers than this, but I mean, it's cool that they did it.
Like I said, the PlayStation CP3s is the best gaming shoe I've seen so far. So anyway, I can't find that. I found them, but like I gotta download the GIF, and I ain't gonna do all that. Moving on to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan basically said that video games are a waste of time and there's no future with them if you stick with that. Joe Rogan is the quintessential old dad type of person, and he has some very controversial times from time to time. But if you actually listen to his quote, it literally makes no sense because it sounds kind of dumb to me. Basically, what he said was, video games are very fun, and it's instant gratification if when you're winning and stuff, but there's no future in it. It's a hobby, but at the same time, if you take a hobby like jujitsu and be really good in jujitsu, you can end up maybe owning your own dojo or this, that, and the third. So, but basically what he's saying was it's a waste of time and there's other hobbies that are better, but like I don't think he knows what he's talking about in terms of stuff like that, because like he doesn't like know about streamers and pro gamers and people who make YouTube channels. Shit, what the fuck we doing now? Like,
I think he may be on the track of something like that in the long term would lead to more success than what video games would, because you gotta think the chance of blowing it up with video games is a lot less slim than something like what he was saying. Or you could even take it to someone who paints or something, and then they end up selling their artwork. Or someone who does woodwork.
Anywhere with their artist though, like
I know, but there, especially with shit nowadays, Etsy and all kinds of stuff. There's so many different ways you can sell what you make and shit like that. Or people who do wood crafting and sell their shit. Like, yeah, but I think he is too, in my opinion, because I've been watching a lot of his shit recently. He is too knowledgeable and too worldly to not understand what the gaming, streaming, competitive esports community is like. And I think his synopsis was of the fact of your chances are so slim being in that percentile that you probably won't get anywhere with it. Whereas he was saying, if you do jujitsu and you're mediocre at it, or you're above average and you can teach people, you can do a dojo or something like that, that can lead to a productive lifestyle. Whereas if you're mediocre at video games, like, where are you going to make money from that? Where is that going to benefit you besides the instant gratification and the hobby of it? I think is where he was coming from. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I do understand it. I watch a lot of Joe Rogan, and my viewing of him kind of depends on the guests that he have, or like I find myself watching him based on whatever topic he's talking about in like those clips.
Yeah,
but he is fairly knowledgeable. He is a thinker, so I wouldn't say that he is unknowledgeable about the bigger esports and that facet. I feel like he knows about it, but like you were saying, I just feel like he probably thinks it's a slim chance, like with any creative endeavor. But that doesn't mean that it's not beneficial. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't pursue it. I remember in college, I actually did a paper on the benefits of playing video games. You know what I mean? And even if it may not be from a mental facet, there are a lot of cognitive skills that you can learn from video games. Video games help with quick thinking. It helps with problem solving skills. My reflexes are a fucking beast because of video games. So, I feel like just with everything, too much is not good. You know what I mean? Too much of anything is not good. But I definitely don't agree that it's a full waste of time. Like, why can't I do both? Why can't I do fucking jiu-jitsu and play video games?
This is going to be a good topic. So, I'm about to be a little bit controversial.
Here we go.
I agree with Joe Rogan to an extent. Okay? So, while I don't think video games are a waste of time, I think if you're constantly pursuing it, it can be a waste of time. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be like on YouTube, you're trying to be a personality when it comes to video games, you have to understand that people aren't just going to watch you because you're good at a video game. Most people that are good at a video game also have a personality to go with the video game. For instance, the prime example is that I would use of a person that's really, I use this, a person that's bad at video games but has a great personality is Dashy. We all know who Dashy is, correct?
Yeah, Dashy is terrible at video games.
Right? Yeah.
Hold on, real quick. I'm about to disconnect and come back. My shit fucking up.
Dashy is terrible at video games unless it's like some old school platforming stuff.
Honest to God, I think he fakes a lot of that. I can't get into him. I can't watch his videos. You mean to tell me that dude goes through the same Mario course over and over and over again, and the simplest jumps that a 7-year-old could fucking do, this guy can't, and then screams at the top of his motherfucking lungs, I do not like Dashy.
I think he's on the spectrum, though.
For that reason, I don't watch those type of gaming videos. You know what I mean? I prefer to not hear.
Oh, and don't get it twisted. Like, especially on and like at the beginning of Mario Maker, yeah. But like he's like what 300 plus episodes into Mario Maker.
They're actually doing Kaizo levels right now.
He's doing Kaizo's type
he's
shit.
doing
like,
Kaizo levels and finishing them.
He's not doing simple levels no more. He is doing like Kaizo type, like people who make fan made like crazy ass like
the shit that I seen him playing was pretty fucking simple.
Yeah,
like pretty fucking
you have to
simple.
watch him now, Scott. He
does
does
it now.
No, that was a recent video.
I haven't seen it. I gotta look because the ones I know he does Kaizo.
I don't know how recent, but I mean, when I'm saying recent, it was in the past 6 months.
No, we're talking about within the past 3 months. He's been doing Kaizo levels. So the shit that he fucks up now
on the bomb or keeping the bomb under you while you push it forward, like shit like that. So, I can't even do half that shit he be doing.
To say that, no, but you have to have personality. Now, when it comes to gaming, I think people take it a little bit too far. Now, AK has a running joke about me wanting to be more competitive, which I do think being competitive is great in gaming. But he'll tell me all the time, yo, not everything needs to be a competitive match. Not every time we play, and he can attest to this. Anytime we play a fighting game, I'm playing to win, he playing to practice.
Mm-hmm.
You've always been like that, though. Man, that's why I don't like playing fighting games with you, because you just be ready to whoop off an ass every time.
And I tell them this all the time.
It don't even be that serious. He's always been like that. I remember playing Tekken against this nigga and just been ready to throw my controller.
Counter.
As soon as you fucking...
Wait.
As soon as the match starts.
Okay, hold up. I know. Side note, Maya, tell them, because they don't never believe me. Tell them how good I used to be in Tekken, because they never believe.
He definitely. I mean, or either he was real. We were all just super trash.
I used to go with him, but that's besides the point. But I think the gaming aspect now is teaching our players to be super competitive. In the actuality, especially in North America, a lot of y'all ain't got a competitive bone in y'all. So it's gonna be a waste of time if you're like, oh, you know, I want to be the next esport player, but you don't want to put in the time to be an esports player. That goes back to art. That goes back to photography, writing, anything you do. You have to put time into it. And where I think Joe Rogan is coming into it is that a lot of people aren't willing to put in the time to become those great of a players to where you're doing esports.
I don't think that's necessarily what he was trying to say, though. I feel like he was just saying, like, if you just sitting on your ass playing video games all day, you wasting time. It's a waste of time. That's kind of a little bit counter what you're saying.
At the same time, that there's some truth to that too.
It is some truth to that.
If I'm sitting here every single day, and all I'm doing is playing the game. Like for me, I go to school, I draw, I want to work on my photography. Obviously, I need to do it. I haven't done it in a good while, but I need to do it.
Cough, cough.
Oh yeah, but yeah, but I play video games too. I'm not just sitting on my ass. There are people that legit will sit there, not do anything, and just play video games all day.
But that's what I'm saying.
Year-old guys sitting in their mom's basement doing nothing.
Yeah, like if you're doing something like that,
if you're gonna sit on your ass and play video games all day, every day, why not make a career out of it? You got the time to put into it. You are already doing that shit for free. Why don't you actually put the effort into it to make it into something?
And I think that's where people they get lazy. Like YouTube. A lot of people go on YouTube like, well, there's only this amount of people that get seen on YouTube. AK tells me all the time, bro, it take you 2 to 3 years before somebody honestly recognizes you because of the YouTube algorithm.
That's true. That's very true.
And for us, like we're just now starting to be noticed because of the Qatar versus Sakura video. Now people are starting to notice us. Now we're starting to get subs.
And that was just a random spin-off video. That wasn't even nothing intended to be something big.
I'm like, bro, like it takes time. And the problem is a lot of people will look at it and just like you said, they're not dedicated. So now you are wasting time. Now Joe Rogan is right.
America is definitely a culture of instant gratification. And I do think that a lot of that comes from social media. You post a picture and you get 100 likes. Oh, that feels good. You know what I mean? A lot of our culture is based in that. So, yeah.
Now,
a double-edged sword. Two things to be true. So.
Now, to counter, I can see where he's coming from. Now, I can take it to where gamers are going. Now, I play fighting games. Everybody in this chat played at least a fighting game. Yeah. What's the one thing a fighting game would teach you real quick that you can use in life?
Determination for me.
Determination, patience for me is adaptation.
Auto combos.
Oh Lord. But it's adaptation. That's the one thing I've always learned from fighting games. That's why I love fighting games. Yeah. How willing are you to adapt to the situation that's at hand? And that's something Joe Rogan doesn't understand because he's from the old culture. He doesn't understand that. He's from people that don't play video games. My dad used to say that all the time and then wonder why I could adapt so quickly to any situation. Anything you do, you can learn from. Sitting on your ass, you can learn something from sitting on your ass. You know what you can learn? Being patient. From
That's very true. All day. That is very true. Or learn that sitting on your ass all day.
Right. Learn about sitting on your ass ain't the way all day. Like from video games, I learned adaptation. Like from me getting my ass whooped, you know what that taught me? Maybe you should learn how to shut the fuck up sometimes. You can't beat everybody, but it also taught me what do you do when you down? When you down and out? Are you gonna stay there and be down and out, or are you gonna get the fuck back up?
It's like you hear in life situations, you'll hear those numbers 10.
Right. 9. You don't want to lose in a fight game. You don't want to lose in a fight game. You gonna sit in that lab, right? You don't want to lose in life. You gonna learn what it is to make you better, right? You can learn that from video games, and I think that's where Joe Rogan doesn't see shit. That's where gamers get mad because it's not a waste of the time. Because like anything you do, shit, you sitting on a talk show, Joe Rogan, is a waste of time. You being an original comedian was a lot of people already told you was a waste of time. So how do you tell us?
I think one of the biggest benefits of playing video games in this day and age is a huge fucking stress relief.
Yeah,
it is a outlet.
Especially like a lot of people in this quarantine, us gamers and us binge watchers, were fine for like a lot of what was going on to it because like Like I'm used to being sitting in session playing 4, 5, 6 hours at a time on the game, and then shit, it's time to go to bed. Like, granted, even in that time, it's you might want to have some human interaction. But by me being able to hop on and I can still talk to Skyz, I can still talk to Chrono, I can still talk to my fellas, I can still, hang out without actually going out. The quarantine didn't hit us as bad as these people who were socialites.
And here's the one big thing that people forget. We get friendships off a video game. Like, Moxie, did you know AK knew TJ?
Really?
Mm-hmm. I met her. I went to Western with her.
You know how me and AK met playing Overwatch?
See?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's more to it.
It's very true. It's definitely
There's more to it that you don't know.
Oh hell, just like we said last week, I met Rabbit for the first time. What was it, 2 weeks ago? And I met him through Joey through PlayStation.
Yeah, and I met him. I met him better part of 10 years ago when I was just a young buck playing Modern Warfare 3 on Xbox 360.
And I keep telling people, y'all know how many engineers, how many artists, I know rappers, I know musicians, I know so many people through just playing video games. You can network through video games, and you wouldn't even realize it. You can literally network through video games.
Podcast wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the PlayStation party.
Right. So it's like, what are you talking about, Joe Rogan? It goes back to what I told Killer Kobe. If you don't do the research before you say some shit, you might want to shut the fuck up.
I mean, I don't even think it's a matter of him not doing the research. I do think, like you guys said, it's a matter of him being a little bit old-minded on it. Joe Rogan, too, keep in mind, he's a very active, he's a jiu-jitsu fucking, you know what I mean? Like, he's into all of that physical activity.
Bro, that motherfucker, I just thought he was a UFC announcer. That motherfucker is, bro, that I seen him do some type of jiu-jitsu kick on a bag the other day, and that shit was so fucking loud. If that would have, on God, if that would have been someone that wasn't defending themselves, ribs were broken.
Yeah, like, Joe Rogan will kick your fucking head off your shoulders.
Yeah, he just came. He came from a different time and style, and where he believes that hard work should almost have some type of tangible / physical reward or something of that sort, where like hunting and stuff, that's another physical activity, like shit like that. I don't know. He's just from a different time, and I can understand where he comes from, and I also understand our side of it. And I definitely don't think it's that he's misunderstanding of the way it works. I just think that he comes at it from a perspective of, well, what can this get me? And obviously the mass majority of gamers are casual gamers who sit on their couch and don't fucking do anything. Right. So, versus someone who's in there working their ass off, sweating their fucking balls off in order to fucking learn jujitsu, to, become a master jujitsu, fighter and compete in tournaments and stuff like that.
Fuck all that. Look, just if you get mad at what he said, look at what you're doing. If you are literally playing the game for 23 hours and sleeping for an hour, you might be the person he's talking to. Do something. Learn to draw.
Like I said, it's a balance. Too much of anything is not good for you. I play video games. While I'm playing video games, I might be listening to Joe Rogan, but I also go out. I get in the garden. I go ride my bike. You know what I mean? It's a balance.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, last thing on the docket, and we can call it a day. PS5 versus the Xbox Series X, and the reason why I bring this up is there was a recent survey with I want to say it was TechSpot or something like that. Basically, 84% of gamers are picking the PS5 over the Xbox Series X, and this was really because of that last Xbox showcase. It was their stocks went down after that. So
30%.
So yeah, I'm not a fanboy. Wherever is most pro gamer or the most games that I feel like is more interested is where I'm always going to be. I had an OG Xbox. I had a PS2. I had a 64. I had a game. I had a Sega Dreamcast. Genesis, like I've had a multitude of different consoles, so I'm not a fanboy, but yeah. Does anybody have anything they want to add to that? A whole PS5 and Xbox Series X, and why maybe people might be leaning more towards PS5 nowadays?
Nope.
Xbox shot themselves in the foot. That's all I can say. Like, they literally shot themselves in the foot. That Halo trailer is god fucking awful.
It is.
I don't know what y'all was thinking.
Well, the PS2 graphics.
That wasn't even PS2 graphics. That was like Sega CD graphics. That shit was terrible. I don't know who on Microsoft. First of all, this is my thing. Microsoft is supposed to be an American-based game console, right?
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, why don't y'all innovate with different countries and see what they do to try and better your system? I'm an Xbox fan. Yes, I am, but y'all trying to buy these studios and do all this shit, and it's clearly not working. People on your system are asking for certain games, and y'all clearly not giving it to them because y'all feel like it's not going to give y'all any lucrative money, i.e. Killer Instinct. And everybody's been asking for Killer Instinct for how long now? It's been like, what, 4 months?
Yeah.
So it's like, what are y'all doing? And then you give this trash ass Halo, which first and foremost, Halo fanboys, Halo is fucking ass. It is fucking terrible.
It hasn't been good since Halo 3, to be honest.
Like, the shit, I would rather play Destiny than play Halo. And I said that shit because y'all got infected is good. That shit is terrible. It's a terrible fucking shooter. Second of all, like,
it's not even made by the original creators no more.
Mm-hmm. Second of all, I'm looking at I really gotta look at the Xbox catalog, and I'm like, everybody's like, oh, it's made for FPSs. Why don't y'all have any exclusive shooters on the system? Y'all try to get the exclusivity deal for fucking Call of Duty. Y'all know y'all ain't gonna do it though, because Xbox is stupid. PS5, they came out with their trailers. They showed gameplay. The games look solid.
They do.
Now, granted, P5 is using the nostalgia trip. They are. Let's be real. That Ratchet and Clank was nostalgic as hell.
Yeah, but it's a smart business move.
But yeah, it's a smart business move. They got the Spider-Man. They're putting one of the first main black protagonists in the game. Not a side character, because I believe Skyz is still one of the greatest characters of all time, and he's from Final Fantasy 13. But they're giving us our first 2 games with our first main black protagonist that's not a hood nigga. Counter. But
and they were doing it, we knew if you played the previous one, they kind of foreshadowed that
they foreshadowed it really well.
So it's not like it wasn't something that they were just doing to hop on the bandwagon like we were talking about earlier. They were
this was foreshadowed way back in 2018. Like,
yep.
And so I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, PlayStation 5 looking like the wave. Now I am gonna buy both. I still do play
Baller.
I was like, what happened? I still do play whatchamacallit. I still play 2K. So I'm still gonna buy both, but I'm going with P5 first. Especially PlayStation has Final Fantasy 14. I'm going to play PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is true.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got for today. We got a bunch of questions that we didn't get to. We're gonna get to them next week.
Can we do one more thing?
What's that?
Because this was on my mind, and I seen a debate about this. Devil May Cry versus Bayonetta. Dante versus Bayonetta. Who will win a fight?
Dante. It's not even close.
Dante. It's not. Yeah.
Why do y'all say that?
Dante is the son of a demon lord.
Yeah.
And basically Bayonetta is a witch. Like, there's no comparison.
Demon mode. Like, it's not.
It's not a comparison, bro.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I know people hate that battle. I know people hate it.
I
but
was just about to say, I don't know if you guys watched that, but they've done some of those.
And Dante won. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
I watched a whole post of people. Bayonetta got gun shoes. I'm like, what?
What? Dante
Like,
has
she can slow down time.
Dante literally has bullets that counts for him.
What? Dante will hit you with a fucking motorcycle. Like what?
One of his weapons is one of his weapons is a literal motorcycle.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's very powerful. It's just not.
It's
cute, but
Bayonetta is a good protagonist, and she took of what she does from the Dante playstyle, but like no.
But that's why it's like the student and the master type of thing. You know what I mean?
So would y'all think Dante will beat Kratos?
Ooh.
Oh no! Kratos beat not only did he beat the Greek guys, but that man was fucking with Norse guys too. That's a bad motherfucker.
Right, he's a bad motherfucker. I'm trying to think, man.
I say it'll be close.
I feel like it'll be very
It'd be a good
close.
fight.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like Kratos will edge him out.
I feel like Kratos got that though. I really do.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody's going to use Kratos a literal god. I'm like, well, technically, Dante is a demigod. If we're being technical by world standards, he's technically a demigod, and he's done the same thing Kratos did. Dante
it would come down to technicalities and shit. It would definitely come down to technicalities. You know, I just feel like Kratos would edge him out very slight.
I feel like,
and they both have crazy arsenals too.
Right.
I feel like the only reason Kratos would win is because of his Spartan training.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that he had.
And if Dante doesn't take it seriously from the get-go, he's dead.
For sure. But I mean, I feel like Kratos would eventually make him have to take it serious. But I don't know. I just feel
Kratos
like
wouldn't fight him if he didn't take him seriously. Kratos would literally stop the fight. He would literally stop the fight. Like, all right, you not doing enough. Because I think who didn't take him serious? Fucking old dude, that the main antagonist in the newest one. He didn't take him seriously.
What's his fucking name? I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He didn't take him seriously. He kept saying like, I can't feel a thing. And Kratos was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna force you to take it seriously.
Right.
Like, that shit was crazy.
But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and give it a call it a day. I got bunch of stuff going on in the background, so we might as well call it. And Skyz has already left; he had to leave. So, Moxie, you want to go ahead and get your
thank you for having me. I had a blast. Follow me on social media, Moxie with the camera. That is MoxieWitDaCamera. You guys can also follow me on PlayStation. It's MIAH_LANAE. Yeah, and again, just thanks for having me. I had a blast. You guys have a good one.
And Chrono.
Fuck Big Kai as usual. You know. Who else? Fuck the manager. I don't even know who that dude name is. I just say fuck the manager every time. Killer Kenobi. You know, the failed PokeTuber. You know, you part of the big three now. Congratulations, you suck. Yeah, I haven't been active on YouTube. Kind of trying to figure out exactly how I want the channel to go. We still got 50 subs. We got 100 subs between two platforms. 120 subs. So let's get it to 240. You get what I'm saying? Let's get it to 240. Let's double that. But other than that, yeah, we'll be back next week. We might drop a video in the middle of the week. One of the discussions, we'll talk about it after this. But Love you guys. We out.
All right, AK here, and you guys have a great weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and we'll talk to y'all later. Peace
Wear
out.
a condom.
Peace.